Hello, good morning, everyone. Dear tutor and classmate. My name is Jose Santiago Navarro. I'm currently on my first semester of Bachelor in Arts in Foreign Language with emphasis on English. I do not. Today, I'm honored to represent a rich proposal for phase number 3, reduction on annexing in English language learning through a use of artificial intelligence. Before we begin, I will I would like to clarify that in presenting I work in the individual due to my professional responsibilities as a paramedic, which involve to a 12 and 16-hour shift, making a collaboration coordinate difficult during this phase. In our previously pedagogic observations, we analyze how high stakes communication environments after students we identify what I call to also observe a silence. We are the students feel a pressure on the performance. They experience that in merely physical has a viable with a rival. You can see the throw constant hand stations, taking a little pauses before answering. We also see to irritate and gaze. We had the students avoid the eyes contact with the teachers and escapes to begin a colon open future on the mark on the vocal suppression occurs with the students speaks so softly that they are barely audible reflection on the deeper settle in insecurity. Why doesn't happen this one? We must diagnose to the rots. According to a diagnostic matrix, stations is often deficit of accessible vocabulary. The students has the idea but cannot find the words vocal suppression and the accurate to affirm making or mistakes in a real time. The most importantly for lose a fear of adjustment for a peers and create social barriers. This often attires of affected of filters and on a theology we are negated to emotions act with the alter a pervert impuntual from a Richard in a level accuracy that's far apart for on the brain. This create for a dangerous psychosocial anxiety leads for byho for a drywall. The students stop participating on this layer on the linguistic stations because this doesn't part for in your practice doesn't you don't improve to your finally this one on the lacking the progress reinforcing and the students we can believe in the data are not good on English, making the learning process it's very slow and painful every day. My purpose on its interpretation is focused on create to a psychology safe space by using a conversation AI. We are representative of in the public stage with the privacy ones. The activity involves two guys for a conversation with the students. Can we talk about to their daily routines, healthy habits, a personal experience? They get to a difference on the AI doesn't judge on any capture very careful mistakes, also natural data and improvements, not as a result to very embarrassing for the students. We are moving from a traditional classroom part of AI argument part in intelligence model. You have one a single attempt, one speak for everyone. You can create all the fears. You can create a model for AI, and this is a zero social pressure. The students has an opportunity to infinite repetition. They can save to a sentence for 20 minutes. It's easy to feel right. This changes how some mistakes and rewind. They are very not longest for fears, but this is very 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 essential for steps to aligning this progress. To implement to this is have a mappet on each tech to ecosystem. The layer one is focused on the cure of conversation AI like ChatGPT and Gemini for real time and practice. The layer two, it's empowers contextual pronunciations using a Elsa speaker or you can English. The layer three are progress of foundations supports. We can look at tools like Duolingo and BBC Learnings, English for ratings for basic structures. To get our these tools are promotive to autonomous learning, which is essential to reduce it to anxiety. How do measure success? We are used to dual axis from a framework. The track one on track one they have academic progress. We compare the basal influence through the audio recordings before and after to oral activities. The track two second one and emotion development. This is crucial for perception of survey and guilt and reflections where students map and therefore annexly their levels on inspirations to a text on a teacher observations. We see as the students how it's more to a will to participation in the classroom. That was like at the dual axis. To conclude, the future educations, we must understand this language. Creations cannot be separate from two emotions. Will begin on the anxious. This barrier to almost dismantly be integrated to AI. We cannot to adjust our teaching to English. We are building emotional resiliency. It's enough fundamental responsibility to design to experience on the employer to the students. It's a very good communications without the fear. Thank you very much for your attention.